What is up, y'all? Welcome back to the Jazzy Yaps Show, because you already know I have a lot to say. Hey, guys. So, what do y'all see that's different? Yes, y'all, I'm in a different location. As you see, I'm not in my Gainesville area. I'm now back home in St. Petersburg, and it definitely was an adjustment. I moved back last week on Tuesday, and I spent all those days after that moving in, unpacking, really doing my room to give the new Jasmine feel. Because before it was old Jasmine before I went to college. Now it's like Jasmine who's grown and modified, changed from 4 years to now. So now that's another big thing that I changed a lot in my room. Having a different, I feel like it has a different feel. Y'all can't see, but I have a cute little fairy lights up. I put my vinyl wall back up, but it's over there now. Put back up my pictures of my besties, my line sisters. Just so I can just wake up and remember them, of course. How could I forget? Hello. But it's cute little memories up there. And yeah, it's literally been a whole thing. But I feel like a lot of people talk about college before you go, but I feel like none of the people talk about post-grad. What's next? And I feel like the what's next definitely can be the harder part of it. I feel like for me in this instance, as I told you guys before when I was being vulnerable with you all, especially when I was with my friend Daisha, we was talking about journalism and how it is now when finding jobs, finding those areas for you to really be able to blossom and groom, especially with something that you know that you're so passionate in, which is writing, telling stories, doing interviews, finding those answers. Now it's like nobody wants to turn on the news to see that. Some people don't like the news. So it's definitely a adjustment and really finding your footing, especially with going back home. Literally ever since I've been home, and even since then, I told you guys I've been applying. I'm still applying. Really, I actually just got LinkedIn Premium, because LinkedIn Premium was kind of LinkedIn itself was pissing me off, because I'm used to being able to message them and harass them like I love to do off rip already. Come on now, journalism major, love to harass. And I couldn't do that because they were like, oh, do you have premium? Oh, do you have premium? Oh, do you have? Well, no. Well, now I got it. And I'm going to use it up and try to harass as much as possible in this month, because this is the prime applications area for the fall when that time comes after the summer. There's a lot of jobs that I did find that I applied. Of course, hope for the best. There's some times that I heard back from some, and then it just didn't move forward. It was definitely an interesting take. I definitely was not used to that. I feel like because you answered me, you then messaged me, I'm thinking, oh, okay, it's about to be something. And it was nothing. So, even more so of an adjustment. And I will say, it definitely pushed me to get out of my comfort zone, get out of my shell, because now it's I don't know, I feel like I'm low-key getting desperate, help! And pushing me to now find things to do in my life to enjoy. And I know right now I'm technically unemployed, so I gotta find some things to do. And yes, unemployed, Chipotle had to, because I fear I can't do the ones here. I can't. If I will go back to Gainesville and work at that one, if I want to go back to Chipotle. But the ones in St. Pete, my home, they too strict. They follow the rules too much. I need something over there is nice and ghetto, and we all the same age, so I feel like it works. Not the ones down here. They actually care, I fear. So couldn't do that. But right now it's really giving job hunting. But I did have an interview yesterday for a job, because I thought about it and I'm like, I'm not doing part-time jobs no more. I'm 22. It's not full-time. Darn. So, I applied. Actually, let me tell y'all how the interview went, actually. The interview was actually going really great. After the first two questions. Because the first question, mind you, I was just applying to apply. I want to try to be a receptionist, do things on the computer, because the only customer service I've ever done was retail and food. But I've never done a receptionist where you just be at the computer, do the little schedules, have people come in, sign in, okay, da-da-da-da. Never did that part before, so I was curious. I was like, well, let me try that. And so I was just applying to things, whatever title, the name, receptionist. I didn't even look up the company, organization. I just applied when I saw it. And so this one is Gulf Coast Jewish Family Center. And they're a social services organization, and they really help out for mental health. And so I didn't look it up. I know I should have. Excuse me. I know I should have. I know better. So I know I should have. However, I didn't. So the first question, they were like,
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Who is serious? Like, actually, we're gonna talk about AI too, actually, because I actually have a lot of words about that one. But well, y'all see me? I started drinking this coffee, but it's mushroom coffee, not like regular, and it's supposed to help with like longevity, immune system, bloating, like it's supposed to be like a energizer, you know. But anyway, back to the story. So the first question was, do you know about our organization and our job and what we do? And I looked at them both, smiled, and said no. And so they were like, and I said, I'm about to say, darn, you might as well just end the interview now and then if this is going to be the deal breaker. And then right after I just told them how I don't know anything about your organization, after I already told the household I'm in an interview, you know what I didn't hear? I'm like, Jesus, I'm about to be interrupted. And then my dad told my son, oh, the squash is ready. Could tell me after. That was actually so funny. They're laughing. So I'm like, okay, we breaking the seal. Because I already had them laughing a little earlier because I was definitely struggling with my computer because there's new things I learned about Mac 24/7. Now that my computer is actually working and I have no problems. Because before, Mac, as I told y'all prior, used to get me. But this time now that I don't have any problems, I was definitely struggling a little bit. I fear. I said, my bad. But I got there right on time though. And then after that, it was good though. Like, laughing, kikiing, like I was answering the questions because I fear one thing that working in retail and food will teach you about customer service is a lot. Especially with Publix because you always have to, like, the customer's always right at Publix. Chipotle is a little lenient. You can tell them they're wrong. But Publix, no ma'am. So it definitely was, like, good. So we'll see how that goes. Full time, so I can, like, still get some money for this good grand summer and then see what I could do from there. Other than that, but I just been applying. I got LinkedIn Premium, like I was saying prior, harassing people. I have, like, without LinkedIn Premium, LinkedIn, no, they wrong. LinkedIn, what happened to that being a connection source? But now I gotta get Premium in order to message people that I apply to. That's so rude. So I was definitely doing that, messaging each person because luckily, like, a UF alum is so, like, broad, and I was like messaging one of the people that he's so sweet, like helping me about my reels, helping me with my journalism endeavors. Really shout out to him. And so I was like, let me just get this Premium so I can message these folks and get things started. And yeah, I've been doing that for a while. For this month, yeah, it's been a month, of course, ever since May 3rd. Definitely was a time. I feel like now it's like I have time to sit, I guess, take this relaxation moment, but then also evolve and do things for me and stuff like that. So I've started actually quite a few things to challenge myself with. I did it yesterday. I said I didn't do it today. I feared the sleep. The bed just felt too good. So I did roll over and fall back to sleep. But yesterday, I woke up at 6:30 a.m. and I wanted to try to do some morning walks. So I went yesterday, walked from 7 like something to 8. And it was great actually. I was like, hold on. And I was up all day. That was like an energizer. And then I drank the mushroom coffee. I was wide awake. And there was times that I did yawn, get tired, but I just could not go to sleep until that night. I think that's why I slept so hard. Because I had a long, full day. But I do know if I'm going to work at 6:30 a.m., I need to change the time I go to sleep. Realistically. Because you're supposed to get in 8 hours. That's the only way to be able to be prosperous. So get your 8 hours. And I still didn't get that last night. I definitely got like 6. But that's not that bad. Well, in my opinion. But I know it's technically you need those 2 more, I fear. So my goal is to do that, right? Then after that, I came home, made a little mushroom coffee, and I read the Bible. Going back to my devotionals. I literally have a book. Like when I was unpacking, I was looking at all the past devotionals I did, and I said, oh yeah, I need to get back to this. Because doing the devotionals, it literally centered me in so many ways possible. It genuinely helped me be able to center myself, find joy in any and everything, and like, not the word, I felt lighter. Like, I felt like I literally gave everything to God, which I did. Just like I need to do that for this situation as well. Because faith without work is dead, and I'm doing the work. It's just I need to make sure to have that faith to keep my head up and keep moving forward. And then also still giving the time to Him. So that's the goal as well. I'm going to read the Bible later today though, but I'm going to give you that. That's like how I want to do that structure. I feel like reading in the morning was so ready for the day. What did MJ say? Such a wonderful day. That's what it felt like. So then I read the Bible. Then I cooked me up some breakfast because I didn't look at Love Island the night before. So that's exactly what I was watching. And we can talk about Love Island later too, actually. But, because that technically isn't a life update. But, then cooked me some breakfast. And then after that, I went into job application, job application, job application, podcast planning. I have things in store. Having in store, especially with the St. Pete chapters, ways I'm thinking to move this podcast forward and make it to something bigger. So keep your eye out. But yes, doing that, application. Can't even, dang, say application 5 times fast. But doing that, and then after that, I finished the Love Island episode. Then I relaxed, played a video game or 2, got on the phone. Cindy, bless her heart, got me and her doing this darn Pilates thing and stressing me out in different ways possible. That's not easy. What the freak? And I'm already not flexible, so that was a lot. Then did the job interview. Then after that, went to the movies, and then after that, came home, did my scroll because I haven't scrolled in a long time. Like especially in college, I never had no time to do my scrolls. I did that yesterday, and then I went to sleep. And like it was actually so productive. Oh yeah, I also went grocery shopping. Got gas. Like I was just doing things to do them. Cause now that the room is done, I'm fully unpacked. Now it's like, okay, take times for me. So I'm gonna try to replicate that tomorrow with the plans that I do have, and go from there. Yeah, I'm also trying to keep myself busy too. I've been so used to like in Gainesville, I could just leave the house, go do whatever. But like at home, I'm like remembering I'm with my parents. So it makes it a wee bit harder to do all the things that I used to just have the freedom to do. Like if I want to leave, just go do something, I'll just go do it. And it definitely was time finding that balance. Still finding it. No bad. Because I still get the questions of like it's okay to ask me where you're going, but like, you have my location. You know? And like, obviously I have common sense and know better to not do anything stupid. But yet they keep asking me questions like I would do something stupid. But I won't, duh. So like, it's definitely that too. Has been a time. Definitely has been a time. But other than that, not too bad post grad. It's just hard because when you don't have something lined up for you, it's like now it's like you're coasting. Which a friend of mine did tell me about how that was for her in her year of coasting and doing that she needed to do in order to get those jobs and being able to craft what she has. So now it's like I gotta take that and honestly grow from it and now do the same thing, you know. And also definitely keep my head up, not to thinking about it, but it's literally the I graduated literally not what moment. Like, it's so crazy. Definitely to stay motivated. Oh my gosh, no BAP. Before I opened up that good Bible yesterday, I found myself like, okay, when I'm lost, a problem that I have is I'll get into comparison mode. And in that comparison mode, that's when like I literally think about what everyone else has and or do and or like literally everything, and it's compare about how I don't have it or how I'm like either behind or something like that. And I would do that, and oh my gosh, I literally sat and reflected and I said I need to chill, genuinely, because everyone's path is different. My path is different. I need to make sure I actually go back and rewatch this podcast to remind myself when I made that same mistake. But my goal is not to do that again. I definitely prayed on it. But I would literally do that, and I would just be like, doing that. And I'm at home. Yes, I may be about to find a job, but it's not in the job that I, aspire and or want to do. So this summer is definitely going to be a growth moment. Definitely want to work on myself too. Get back into my fitness journey. Like, y'all, this is so random, but I've been trying this stuff, right? Okay, low-key, I was doing some research. Now, low-key think I got PCOS. Just not the hair growing part. But I have every other symptom. But when I make my appointment, I'm going to be asking those questions. But I brought sea moss. I've been eating a spoonful of that. The mushroom coffee. And I got these other vitamins. That's like PCOS relief. I'm going to see what happened. And I feel like the walking every morning. Actually, let me be realistic with myself. Every day, that's 7 days a week. That's every day. 6:30 in the morning. Let me be realistic. Let me start with 4 days. If I get those 4 days mastered in 2 weeks back to back, okay, we can move it up to 5. Because I just got to make sure, like, I need to actually push myself and get up to do it. Because 7 days, that may be a stretch. Got to be realistic with Jasmine Marie Oliphant. Because sometimes, just like today, did I get up? No. I literally had to scratch it off my to-do list. And I'm trying to write. I've been writing like this cute little to-do list. Because I used to have an on-site list. Now I write down people that other than me and my folks wrong. And I would craft up a villain plan for them. That's old me. It's not a cute little to-do list. On-site list is in my brain now, though. I know that sounds kind of crazy. No bap. But in high school, just know that list was highly used. And was it acted upon? Why, yes. But, again, old stuff. But I have a little to-do list. And I literally had to scratch it out because I was like, dang, I didn't do it. Because mind you, mine today, it was like, because I meant to do this yesterday. But today, I was like, you need to sit down, do this podcast, edit. And I was like, you know what, you right. You right, 6-7. Because my reward is to look at the Love Island episode that I missed yesterday. Because I was hearing about that, actually. Tuh. Baby. But I want to get into the things that nobody told me about in my 20s. Starting off with, it's like, it hit me that, like, you're literally evolving. And, like, the friends that you've been friends with for so long, it's like you're evolving with those friends. Now, sometimes you definitely outgrow them, and you may never talk to them again. And that is some of my friends that I used to have. Like, going to college and then graduating, the only friends at home that I speak to, like, in St. Petersburg realm, y'all know who you are. But everyone else, it was like, dang, I remember we was friends, used to kiki back in the wee days, and now, just like not the case. That is definitely one big one. And then the career pressure. Oh my Shaylor. When I came home, the one question I hated was, what are you doing now? What's next? And in my head, I'll just be like, no, don't do that. Don't do that. That we're having nice days. Don't do that. So, like, I'll be like, please. Next question. That definitely was another time. But, of course, like I was saying prior, the self-discovery. One big thing. I think out of that is one big thing that, like, it may be like, oh my gosh, since it's something that nobody told me. Like the other ones I mentioned, but the self-discovery, that's like one that I'm excited the most for, and to see how I grow and what is to come in this season, in this chapter. Because it's definitely going to be a challenge. But it really just depends on how I take on that challenge. And I'm excited to see what all I do. Genuinely. I know, I low-key want to put y'all on a vlog day. A day in the life. Yeah, I'm going to do it. When? Who knows? It's when I actually get up. When I actually get up in the morning, oh my God, y'all. That's when I actually get up. If I don't actually get up, that's not happening. But it definitely is gonna be a moment in time. But enough of the sad, sappy stuff. Love Island. These are my thoughts, opinions. Sorry, if y'all ever see me go down here, it's because I'm playing with my belly button piercing. But whatever thoughts, y'all got a vibe. My clientele recently, I have not watched the last night episode. I know last night episode was the love letters and this, that, and third recoupling. I did vote today though. Oh, I made sure that vote went in for my favorite couple. Immediate. Dang it. Now, my clientele has changed. I won't be telling y'all my old one, but I will tell y'all this new one. My new clientele ranges from Anaya, Trinity, and Melanie just signed mine. Contract. And Kata, I have it for her. We're still, me and her lawyer, we're still chit-chatting right now. Going over a few things before I give her the contract. But those are my clientele. KC was on there, but he recently has been dropped until further notice. Because, baby, one thing I will say, I 1,000% agreed with Anaya. And what about it? If I want to keep my legs closed, they're going to stay closed. And call me a grandma. And what about it? Like, hello? Like, I just gotta... Because y'all already know me and my goals are obviously already wait till marriage. But if I'm on an island, I've only known you for 2 weeks, and everybody bed next to each other, I ain't gonna be fast and going like Kenzie and Kata. You ain't gonna get none. Especially when I'm right next to them. I will not be overly going. Y'all played. You played. You thought. But I fear that's just what it is. Because, like, you gotta work for it. It needs to be, like, a reward. It needs to be, like, a moment. Like, the hideaway, okay. It's time to play in the hideaway. Hey, now that, okay. But, like, there in that moment, well, no. In the beginning, I thought, yeah, I'm going to go from one island at a time. I'm just going to start with Nia and KC because I brought them up. Because they're technically, right now, still my favorite couple. Them and Trinity and Bryce, they're growing on me. But I'm going to get to them. Anaya, at first, I thought she was tripping. I was like, Anaya, friend, hold on. Snookum, sister. What's happening? Until, like, it's not about what was said. It was about that reaction. And he had a reaction. And I would want to ask him those questions, too. But he's goofy and kiki. And, you know, me too, I always smile, ching. But sometimes you got to have that serious moment. And he wasn't having that. And that is a fine chocolate man. Even though in the beginning, he did give, like, you know what? I kind of forgot who my audience is. So I'm not going to say that. But those who know, y'all know what I was about to say. But, y'all know what I was about to say. But, it's just, but I feel like that can be fixable. And I feel like it's got to talk about it. Because they low-key remind me, like, in the beginning. Because Anaya didn't choose him, just like how Serena didn't choose Cordell. Cordell made plenty of mistakes. And Casey, he's starting to make his as well. And I feel like it's definitely like a thing that's fixable. They just have to have those conversations to talk about it. But sadly, production think they slick. And they're trying to give us a narrative of each character. Not character. But of each person. And not really giving us the real. And that goes for all of them. I find the only real like way we seeing people is Zach. But before we get there, so yeah, I still like them, and I definitely gave them my vote. Period. Just like I didn't want Kata and Zach to even get the hideaway. I disagree with that. They already had their hideaway moments every night, so why they need the hideaway? And why did the hideaway open before the dates? And again, y'all brace, calm with me, walk with me, because I only watched Love Island since season 6. So I'm still new. But I'm learning. But after that, Trinity and Bryce, at first I didn't like them. I didn't really see no connection, but I love interracial relationships. Something about it just hit different. But Bryce, because Bryce gave, I'm scared if a black man come here, you're going to leave me. But that's what it gave. And that's understandable. Because Trinity gave, well, if a white person come in, you might leave me. Again, understandable. It's not easy. But, it's just, I don't know. Because in my brain, I still think Zach and Bryce, they want each other. So, I still just don't know how I feel. Zach was bringing up Bryce every moment in the hideaway. Zach be bringing up Bryce. They was in the bed together. Like, what? I can't deal. They want each other. And that's okay. I feel like it's 2026. Like, you don't gotta lie to the public. Like, because I truthfully think, now that we're on the Zach moment, I do think that Kayla likes Zach 10,000 plus more. And Zach is just there because that's who you've been with since the beginning, and you're gonna stay in this island because you're in a couple. That man is obviously waiting for the bombshell, obviously waiting for cause some more. He keep bringing it up. Zach, get out. And he's self-sabotaging. Oh my gosh, I can't speak. He is self-sabotaging each relationship on purpose. He know what he doing. I'm trying to make it to the finals. It's not. You played. Melanie is sincere. Yeah. Woo, it's a moment of silence. It's like, in the beginning, I'm like, Melanie, you playing? She was playing them challenges. But I fear he's playing outside of the challenges, and that's what makes it 10 times harder. Because you're lying. Melanie, she had her faults in the beginning. She did. I ain't like her in the beginning. But sincere isn't helping either right now. Especially with Soul. I haven't watched, so I don't know what the recoupling is. But I will be watching soon. But, whew. It's just that's what they got going on. That's what just makes it irks me. But I also feel like they may find their way back to each other. I genuinely do. It's just the only way, though. He has to be honest. And when there's movie night, when there is movie night, I'm literally about to be hiding watching like this. In the back. Because, baby, help. And then, Corbin, you don't like black women, so I'm never rocking with you. Like, ever, actually. Ever. And you Jamaican. Never rocking with your friend. So, that's how I feel about Corbin. Next on the docket. And, Kenzie, get the crack addict off my island. Girl! Because you're doing great. She's exploring. You're doing what you're supposed to do. However, semicolon, comma. You being hella contradicting. Coming with Corbin trying to do all this kiss. Did we not bring you a country man that you wanted? You're not even exploring both for real. You saying you exploring, but you're not because you keep going back to Corbin. So you really is not really exploring. I can't. And I feel like, you know what, the exploring issue, if I was there, the only people I want to explore with is Cecilia and Casey and Caleb. None of these ninjas is explorable. They all got some form of a type. Nobody's open for real like that. Them, like, for some of the men's sake, except the ones I mentioned. Everybody else, coordinator, who don't like black women. Bryce, well, you know what? Bryce, he gives explorable. It's just something about him. Maybe because in my head, like, I know he about to be 30 something. Like, I don't know what it is, but it's just stopping me from giving him a chance. But everybody else is just not explorable. They need some more folks. I know a Casa come. That's some hella people, and I bet I need to see some black people. Cause I need Casey and I to be tested. Like, differently than how they were technically just tested, because they was just tested alright, like it would just say like, arguments and stuff. But I need to have a different type of test, and something that also tests technically Trinity and Bryce too. Like bring in some black men or something. I need to see what happened. If you get my vibe. But yeah, I'm gonna watch today, and I'm gonna see. Because this season in particular has stressed me out in so many ways possible. I didn't even know it was possible. I was about to start watching. But, like, I can't. Like, I just can't. Even though I'm going to say that, but I can't. Like, I have to keep seeing and just see what happens. But, other than that, that was a whole entire update back home. More to come. People that you'll be meeting. Interesting episodes. Hopefully a vlog. Coming soon. But, eek. Bye, y'all.